Today, AURA is at Northern Plains UAS test site, demonstrating its command and control link for air traffic control voice relay as a part of a broader FAA initiative for airspace integration. Reliable communication is critical for airspace safety and beyond visual line of sight, or BV loss, operations.
This test will work on latency, voice quality, and intelligibility under conditions which mimic real-world aviation communication scenarios. Everything is critical time-wise in the national airspace, especially when you have uncrewed and crewed aircraft sharing the same space together. Any deviations in latency or communications can cause additional risk.
For uncrewed aircraft to enter into commercial service in the national airspace, they must operate within the same communication framework as crewed aircraft. This means that a pilot on the ground requires the same ultra-reliable, low-latency radio link to speak with air traffic control as a pilot in the air. The FAA has stringent operational performance requirements for ATC voice communications that are reflected in RTCA's consensus-based standards for UAS command and control links. AURA's C2 link solution is designed to meet these standards while enabling a remote pilot to talk to an air traffic controller. To demonstrate this capability, AURA partnered with the Northern Plains UAS test site to conduct a series of tests for the FAA using a simulated terminal environment. The test drone was equipped with a VHF radio for ATC voice and a UHF radio for the remote pilot's voice. A surrogate air traffic controller and remote pilot were stationed separately, communicating via AURA's airborne radio system on the drone and ground network. And an independent team from the University of North Dakota ran rigorous qualitative, quantitative, and intelligibility voice tests. AURA's unique voice relay solution allows an air traffic controller to speak to the ground pilot via radio systems on the UAS as though they were speaking to a pilot on board an aircraft.
November 235 Alpha Bravo, climb and maintain 6,000.
Climb maintain 6,000. 235 Alpha Bravo.
Voice transmission from ground to air and from air to ground requires converting analog voice to digital and back, all while meeting latency and clarity benchmarks defined in RTCA standards.
At the Northern Plains UAS test site, it's critical that we work with emerging technology to seamlessly integrate it into the national airspace system. Working with AURA lets us validate voice quality, latency, and reliability to support real-life flight applications.
By exceeding the FAA requirements, we can ensure we enable immediate communications between pilots and air traffic controllers, which is critical for the safe integration of UAS platforms into the national airspace. This milestone drives UAS integration forward, laying the foundation for scalable growth in autonomous aviation. This is truly a game changer for the industry.
AURA remains committed to advancing airspace safety and autonomy. As we continue working alongside regulators, partners, and industry leaders, we look forward to shaping the next era of UAS innovation together.